Alright folks, so this is my 29-gallon dirty tank, and as you can see, it's growing very well. But here's the other problem. It's growing algae, blackbeard algae. So let's take a look at it real quick. So as I zoom in, whoa, like too much zooming in. Let me zoom out. So as you can see, look at all that blackbeard algae that's growing. And you can look at all these other plants. You can see it's growing on all these leaves, back there, up there, on the Java fern, everywhere. So what are we going to do about it? Bottom line is, I have some Siamese algae eaters that'll be here today, and I'm going to put them in here, and not all of them. I'm going to put like 2 of them in here, and then I will do an update video in a couple of weeks, and I'll show you what these Siamese algae eaters do. They love blackbeard algae. I had them in my 40 breeder, and I put one in my 40 breeder, and he took care of all the blackbeard algae. So let me pause it here and I'll show you my 40 breeder. So here's the 40 breeder, and I did a video previously on the blackbeard algae that was growing in here like crazy as well. And I put one Siamese algae eater in here, and he is taking care of all of the blackbeard algae. So they're a good source for getting rid of blackbeard algae without dealing with chemicals or anything else. You just got to have patience, and that's the key to it in the fish keeping game anyway, is having patience. So anyways, once the fish come in, they're supposed to be here today. Once they get here and I get them acclimated, then we'll drop a couple in there and we'll show you that, and then in a couple weeks I'll show you what they do to the blackbeard algae. Anyway, thank you. Alright folks, so as you can see here, I got my fish, and I got these from Algae, and I bought several fish from them, and these are the Siamese algae eaters. So these guys are going to be what's going in my 29 gallon. I'm not putting all of them in there because there's a bunch of them. So I think there's like, they sell them in a pack. So I think they're like 8 or so in here. But let me turn this light a little differently. But that's what it is, from Algae. I've had really good luck with them. I haven't had any issues with their fish arriving dead, so looks good. Water looks pretty nasty, but everybody looks alive. And it's double bagged, and they've got a gel cooler pack here, which is going to go into trash. And let me undo the first bag. Matter of fact, where's my scissors? So let me do this. Sorry folks, but anyway, so let me get them out of this bag. And there is a little bit of leakage from this bag, so I see there's some water. But anyhow, I don't know if you can tell, but they're all, I do have one dead one I see. 2 dead ones. Oh, there may be more than that. 1, 2, 3. 3 dead ones. So that's a first for me. So I'll have to mail them some screenshots or pictures and go from there. But the rest of them, we'll go from there. So let's stop this here and we'll go later here. All right, folks, so you saw the part where I unboxed the fish from Aquahana. So I had 3, they come in a pack of 8. So 3 of the 8 were dead on arrival. So I've sent them an email. I don't really want replacements, so I didn't really need 8 of them, but that's the way they sell them. But anyway, so the water stunk pretty bad, so I immediately got them out of that bag and I put them in my little bucket here to acclimate them. And I also, because the water was so bad, I put some methylene blue in the water just a little bit to help cure that water stink and just to help the fish a little bit. So anyway, they've all been acclimated and I've split them into 3 different tanks. So up here in this 29 gallon, I put 2 of them in there. These guys are little tiny ones, so they got a lot of time to grow. And then down below here in this one, the 20 gallon, I put 1 in there. And then over in my 75 gallon, I stuck the biggest one in there because I got some fairly good sized fish in there that may pick on the little tiny one. So I put the biggest one in there. So without further ado, let's take this and I'll swap my camera around so I'm facing the other way. And what I'll do is I'll actually show you what they look like in the tank as they are going. All right, let's check that out. So here you go, guys. These are the 2 I put in here. Now you see they're little tiny guys. And I will let you know that these guys will get big. And I'll show you some full grown ones in my 180. And that's where these guys will go once they get so big, because when they get too big, they don't need to be in here. There's not enough room for them. And of course, down here in the 20 gallon, if you could ever find him, it'll be a miracle because, oh, there he is right there. Well, it's a miracle. He's right there swimming. Sorry for all the glare, but as you can see, the guppies are checking him out, you know, but he'll be a good little algae eater in here. So, all right, let's take a pause and we'll go over to my 75 and I'll show you what that one looks like. So here you go, guys. This is the biggest one that came in. And you can see, he's a little tiny guy. No problem. But I have a bigger one in here. There you go. That's a bigger one that's already in here. And he was a little tiny guy like this one. But let's swing over and look at the ones in my 180. They're the full grown ones. So here's the full grown Siamese algae eaters. These guys are pretty good size. But you know, they're good algae eaters when they're small. When they get bigger, probably not as much. But as you can see the plant in the background, they ain't doing too much for eating the algae on there once they get bigger. But that's fine. When these guys that I just got get bigger and bigger, where they're too big for their tank, then they'll end up in here anyway. So, and that's fine. So folks, that is the beginning part of trying to cure, not cure, we're going to remove all of this black-beard algae that you see here. And these young guys right here, they're the ones that are going to do it. So for now, I'm going to kill the lights on them and let them kind of unstress, and we'll go from there. Anyway, folks, hope you all have a great day. Alrighty, goodbye.